Hi there. Massive demand for Google Docs and how you use Google Docs. So I'm going to do a series of 3 little videos here. The first one, this video, is going to deal with how you actually go about creating a Google Doc. The second video is going to address how you share a Google Doc and how you invite collaborators to your Google Doc. And the final one will show you how to add a Google Doc into a Firefly page. Before I get started on that though, I do just want to say, if you don't already have a Google Doc, then think carefully about whether you actually want to create one at this point or not. We are looking as a college at getting a site-wide collaborative document service. We're looking at Google and a couple of others. And at some point we will be issuing staff and pupils with accounts. If you want to create a Google Doc right now, you do need to have a Google account. If all you want to do though is add something to a document which has been shared with you, you don't have to have a Google account for that. So you don't have to go ahead and get a Google account if you don't want to. If you'd like one for your own personal use, or because you would like to create Google documents in the very short-term future, then you can go ahead and set yourself up a Google account. Having said all of that, then let's get to it. So to go to it, you need to go to Google Drive. Is the easiest way to actually start doing this. So a quick Google search. If I take it back a step, so if you just Google search Google Drive and click on the link, it will direct you here. It's asking for your Google login, so you can enter your Google login details, like so, and it will then redirect you into your Google Drive. Your Google Drive is your online cloud storage. So this basically is where you can add your documents, pictures, PDFs, anything like that. This is accessible from any computer with a web browser. So it's a really useful way of sharing things between computers. If you find you're emailing yourself work or you're saving things to memory pens, a Google Drive account could be a much more efficient way of managing your files. All you do is log on and you can access your files wherever you are. For the purposes of this video, though, we're talking about creating a Google Doc. So from the screen like this, you can see that you've got a button over on the left-hand side here, New. Clicking that gives you a few different things. You can see that you can upload existing files and folders, but for the time being, I'm going to be showing you Google Docs. So we click on Google Docs. Opens in a new web browser. Give it a couple of seconds to load, and once it has, this is basically this is your document, and you can type straight into it. So this is text, is a title, this is a link, and so on. So you can type into it exactly as you would in Word or any other word processor for that matter. One of the things to point out here is that as I'm doing this, all of the changes are being saved in real time as I'm doing it. So I don't have to worry about it crashing in the middle, or losing power, or forgetting to save, or anything like that. It's saving it as I go along. And all you can do now is you can edit the text using the normal kind of icons that you can see across the top here. They're very, very similar to the ones in Word. So this is text. So if it's a title, we can select a title. This is a heading, so we can make it a heading. This is a link, so we can highlight it. This icon will allow me to add a hyperlink. So this will allow me to add a link to Google, and so on and so on. So you can work your way through the document like that. Various other kind of bits and pieces across the bar at the top here. So what we've got, apologies for the menus popping out of the right hand side there, but what we've got here is we can insert images, links, and so on, drawings and tables, and all of the usual sorts of things that you would expect to see in a word processor. And this is kind of essentially the process that you go through. Apologies again, to actually set up your document. You can see you can kind of center a line, left a line. You can kind of discover that yourself. The last thing you want to do really is name your document. So to do that, you just click on the Untitled document in the top left, give it a new name, click OK, and you're done really. So that is the process of creating a Google Doc. As I said, it's been saving all the time as I've gone along. So now all I can do is I can close that. and you can see that there it is. It's immediately appeared in my Google Drive. So I can also click on it, and over here I can see the time that I created it. I can see more details about it in terms of its sharing and all of those sorts of things. If I go back in as well, another useful feature in Google Docs is that I can click on File and I can go to See Revision History, and on the right hand side it will show me who has modified the document and when, and it will color code. I don't know if you can see here, this little block here is the same color as the text. So if I were to make subsequent modifications, it would color code them all for me, and it would line up the revisions that I've made here, and you can always go back and see what's been changed. You can revert to previous versions and so on. So that's really the process of creating a Google Doc. As you can see, very simple once you have a Google account. The next video is going to show you how you can share your Google document and how you can invite collaborators to contribute to it.